Are you lacking motivation and tired of hearing the same recycled advice like make a routine, celebrate small wins, break things into chunks, be kind to yourself? Well, you're going to love today's video because I'm going to give you 2 core reasons most people lose their motivation, plus a dynamic way to troubleshoot the real root cause, not the surface level symptoms. And I'm going to show you something that almost no one talks about. And yet it's often the thing that pulls you out of your slump faster than anything else. So stay with me because what I'm about to share can genuinely reset your motivation. Hi, everybody. I'm Esther Bartkiw. For over 21 years, I've been helping people who feel disconnected, drained, emotionally raw, like they're going through the motions, reclaim their peace, and reconnect to the life that they truly want to live. Now, before we jump into today's topic, if you appreciate content that helps you grow personally and spiritually, gently hit the like button. It helps this video reach more people who need it. All right. First, I want to acknowledge that we all lack motivation sometimes. It is a part of being human. A day or 2 of wanting to rest, binge watch a show, or just sit on the sofa and drink coffee, completely normal. But when your lack of motivation stretches into weeks or months, or it becomes the new normal, something deeper is going on. And that is what we are here to explore today so that you can finally break the cycle. All right. The first core reason that you are unmotivated is that your body is sluggish. Most people skip right over this step and they go straight to mindset. But it can be debated that motivation begins in the body, not the mind. Your brain cannot produce motivation chemicals when your body is depleted. Motivation is driven by dopamine, and studies from the National Institutes of Health show that dopamine levels drop when we are dehydrated. Processed food lowers dopamine sensitivity. Sleep loss reduces motivation pathways by up to 30%. So if you're eating a lot of sugar, processed foods, drinking alcohol, skipping sleep, your body isn't failing you. It's simply asking for help. Now, hydration and electrolytes, keep them in check. Even mild dehydration creates fatigue and apathy. Research published in Nutrients publication found that electrolyte balance improves energy, mood, and cognitive performance. And don't forget to move your body, not vigorous, but gentle, nourishing movement. Are you moving your body at all? Not punishing workouts, just simple grounding movement like stretching, tai chi, dancing your kitchen, a walk while listening to the birds, playing with your kids or a pet. Movement awakens clarity. And then there's the issue of human touch and connection. This is a big one, especially for women. Most people don't realize that they are touch deprived or connection deprived and emotionally isolated, and this can affect motivation. A 20-second hug releases oxytocin in the body, and some researchers note that women benefit from 8 hugs a day for emotional balance and reduced stress. If you are single, widowed, divorced, or simply don't have a partner who hugs, hug your friends, hug your pet, put lotion on your skin slowly and lovingly, place your hand over your heart. These small forms of connection wake your body out of a slump. Another huge factor in low motivation, and one that people like to overlook, is sleep. Not just how much sleep you get, but the quality of that sleep. When you are not sleeping well, your brain literally cannot produce the chemistry required for motivation, clarity, or emotional resilience. This isn't a personality flaw, it's biology. Here's what science shows. Research from the University of Pennsylvania found that even 1 week of short sleep, that's under 6 hours a night, causes dramatic drops in dopamine, focus, and goal-directed behavior. Studies in Nature Neuroscience show that poor sleep reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and motivation. And when you are sleep deprived, the emotional centers of the brain become more reactive, which means things feel harder, tasks feel heavier. You get overwhelmed faster, and your motivation collapses before you even begin. For women over 40, this can be even more pronounced. Hormonal shifts impact sleep cycles, making motivation dips feel harsher and even more unpredictable. So ask yourself, are you sleeping deeply? Are you waking up rested, or are you waking up tired, foggy, and already behind before the day even begins? If your sleep is poor, your lack of motivation isn't a mystery, it's a message. So here's some tips for a good deep sleep. Watch the sunrise every morning to set your circadian clock, and after sunset, dim lights and turn your screens red. Make your bedroom cold, dark, and quiet, and be sure to have a good supportive mattress with soft cotton bedding. Oh, and you know the drill. Avoid eating or drinking alcohol at least 3 hours before bed. Just improving sleep can reignite motivation faster than almost anything else, because you're giving your brain and body the restoration that they are begging for. So if your body feels heavy, foggy, tired, overstimulated, or undercared for, your lack of motivation may not be psychological at all. It may simply be physical depletion. So start here. It's not glamorous, it's not complicated, but it definitely works. The second core reason you might not be psyched up about life is that you are disconnected from natural light. Most people are indoors 90% of the day, and humans were not designed for that. A study in JAMA Psychiatry found that morning sunlight exposure increases serotonin, which boosts mood, motivation, and emotional regulation. Research in Nature publications shows that just 40 minutes outside increases prefrontal cortex activity, the part of your brain responsible for planning and for motivation. Sunlight isn't just about vitamin D. The frequencies of light change all day and give you benefits. At sunrise, we get big doses of red and infrared light that reduce inflammation and boost mitochondria. That's your energy battery. 1 hour after sunrise, natural blue light appears in the sky, activating dopamine and focus. And at sunset, the light rays signal your body to start producing melatonin for sleep. When you don't experience these natural rhythms throughout the day, your endocrine system becomes confused. Your sleep gets disrupted. Your dopamine cycles decline. Your motivation collapses. And the fix is easy. Also, it costs nothing. Just go outside. With bare eyes, that means no sunglasses, no contacts. As much bare skin showing as possible, bare feet on the ground. In winter, on cloudy days, rainy days, sunny days, for as long as you can. I suggest a minimum 20 minutes at sunrise, 20 minutes sunset, and in and out throughout the day. Take light breaks instead of a social media or smoke break. Your body and mind will reset far more quickly than you think. Now, here's a hidden reason that you may be unmotivated that no one talks about. You're stuck in past or future time loops. When motivation drops, most people become intensely introspective. Shadow sides rise up: frustration, apathy, rumination, fear about the future, replaying past disappointments, hopelessness about what is ahead. You're not lazy. You're living in a mental time loop that drains your life force. Now, here's a simple practice to break this loop. When you catch yourself in a loop, pause and bring yourself back into the present with your senses. Stop, look around your environment, and name 3 things you see, 3 things you hear, 3 things you feel. Touch 3 different surfaces and take 1 slow breath. This process collapses the time loop instantly. It brings your power back to the only moment where motivation actually exists, and that's in the present moment, the right now. Now, when you get to a point that you're ready to do a deep dive on this subject, talk to the part of you that feels unmotivated. This is where spiritual development meets therapeutic insight. We are not one self. We are a system of selves, or in session, what I call a system of parts. So for instance, a part of you can be tired. A part is fed up. A part is angry. A part feels hopeless. You also have parts that are happy, curious, excited, and content. When you turn inward and talk to your parts, you will be amazed at what they reveal to you. So find a quiet and comfortable space. Turn within, place your focus on your heart center to start, and ask, what part of me is feeling unmotivated? Please come forward and speak to me. Then wait. The part will show up, and when it does, initiate a conversation. Find out what it has to say. You may hear things like, I am so tired of trying. Nothing works for me. I'm bored. Nothing excites me. Ugh, why bother? I feel so overwhelmed. This is where real healing happens. This is where change becomes lasting. And when that part shares its truth, begin to work with it to open it up to new possibilities and new awarenesses. Updating this part that's lacking motivation with new internal information is incredibly powerful. This is where many of my clients experience their biggest breakthroughs. And here's something else that you may have never considered before. You might be unmotivated because the path you're on no longer fits who you are becoming. Nobody talks about this piece. Sometimes lack of motivation isn't a symptom, it's a signal. A signal that you have outgrown something. Your soul is redirecting you. Your identity is shifting, your values have changed, and that you're still forcing yourself into an old version of you and it just doesn't feel right. This is profound. And when people hear it, they often burst into tears because it resonates instantly, deeply inside of them. Ask yourself, is my lack of motivation a sign that I am supposed to pivot? If yes, your motivation will come roaring back when you align with a new direction. I recently went through this exact situation. I was in a period of life where I felt like I was just going through the motions. I was trying new things, but nothing was exciting me, nothing was sticking. And then I had this big aha moment that it was time for me to pivot. I turned within to speak to God, my higher self, and all the parts of me that were ready for something new. I gathered all of the inner wisdom and set a new creation into motion. And it feels great. Motivation is back. Sloppy habits and practices disappeared overnight because I got back into my groove. Or as we say in the spiritual community, on my highest path of potential. If you're sitting here listening and thinking, geez, something Esther said today is really landing deeply, then your first step is simple. Take care of your body, get natural light, bring yourself back into the present, and connect with the part of you that feels unmotivated. And if you feel the inner call to go deeper, so that you can also reclaim your mojo, get excited about life again, then I invite you to work with me. You'll find the link to my personal sessions below. And if we haven't worked together before, reach out first so we can make sure that we are the right fit. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what topics you would love me to cover next. And before you go, watch the video that's popping up on the screen right now. It is a perfect complement to what we have talked about here today. Ciao for now.